Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Z52. Going over the matchmaking, the enemy team has a Montana, Shiflin, Shikazima. I'm probably butchering that. Stalingrad, Summers, Shimakaze. The map Sleeping Giant, 3-cap domination. And we are going to kick this one off with a ship that I love. I don't play very frequently these days, and that's Z52. Hydro. Something that is such a double-edged sword for destroyers. I see so many destroyers that have Hydro just absolutely annihilate themselves trying to use it. So we're gonna get in a brawl. Sleeping Giant and a Z52, and I spawn closest to A cap. You know it, it's on. So I'm gonna walk you through the my reasonings for positioning, things like that. Gonna do the thing, and the initial thing that I'm gonna do is push up here and see if I can catch any destroyer that's gonna get really eager about pushing in here to A cap. And even though I don't have a lot of support out here, I'm able to self-spot if a destroyer is gonna push into my Hydro, and I'd be able to shave quite a bit of HP off them. Gonna throw some torpedoes out there. Now this is a really important spot here. So this Stalingrad, he could dive into the island, in which case now I've got radar that I've got to kind of got to deal with. And you can see this Stalingrad, he's actually turning to kite out. So this is setting the stage for, hey, this is something that I can push this. So I'm not RPF detected. If I was RPF detected, I would assume there's a DD in the middle here with me. No RPF detection. Stalingrad that's kiting out to the 1, 2, 3 line. I'm gonna push through here, and I'm gonna go mid. Now I did pop Hydro early. It wasn't so much for torpedoes, but the enemy DDs are they have less concealment than me. My Hydro will counter spot, say for example, a Shimakaze at 6 kilometers and not the usual 5.6 that a Shimakaze would be detected at. So a little dirty trick there. So now I know I've probably got a 3-on-1, because this many ships out here, there's probably a DD with them, and 3-on-2, excuse me. Now this confirms my thoughts. I'm being aggressive here, but we've got a Des Moines in my gun range. It's with 32 millimeters of pen on my HE, throw some shots out there, get some chip damage, but it also confirms that there's not a DD sitting, you know, out here middle somewhere that just hasn't torped or something like that. So I know that middle is an escape route for me as long as I stay outside of Des Moines radar range. So I'm just going to position up off this island here, and boom, we get contact with the enemy DD, spot the Shimakaze, spot 2 out of the 3 torps. I know he's got another rack. Pushing in here just a little bit more, try to get this guy well inside my Hydro range. Got that 3rd rack of torpedoes coming out, so I'm only going to be able to use my front 2 guns just until these torpedoes pass by. Shima, unfortunately for him, he's smoked. That's going to open up some additional options for me where I'm actually going to leave my smoke, because he did blind fire me once in the smoke. Stalingrad's radar's on cooldown, so this Shima, he's just kind of helpless. He's shooting into my smoke. I'm actually sitting outside my smoke now, and he's just now, I think, seen the Ohio, and my Ohio puts him down, and now we're in a situation. It's 2-on-2. My Ohio takes a big hit for putting down that Shima. It's important not to hang your battleship players out to dry. This guy, he's pushed out to support me. I'm going to get out here and put my AP into to work here. Got a lot of DPM with AP with the Z52. Going ahead, use it. Look at that, 4K. Almost 5K. You know, really just carving into this Stalingrad, making him pay for this, because if I don't, I'm going to end up in a 2v1 with this Stalingrad and Schifflin, and neither of which I really want to be in. I'm actually pushing around the island to see if I can carve even more off this Stalingrad, really shove that guy back. And like I said earlier in my Kagero video, a lot of being a torpedo boat is, it's not about being the guy that's, you know, up in everybody's face in the bar fight. It's about coming in and just clubbing the guy that's messing with your friend. Well, that's my Ohio. He's up in their face, and I'm gonna be clubbing this Schifflin that, you know, wanted to try to push right into him. What he thought was an easy kill. Now we've crippled this Schifflin. Got a half health Stalingrad. Schifflin goes down to my flooding, and Stalingrad popped radar. Not sure why, but he did, and that's pretty much going to be licensed for me to go hunt while this radar is on cooldown. The smart move for this Stalingrad, I'm almost full HP. Just bail. You're not gonna win this fight. And all I'm doing here is I'm waiting for my tools. Waiting for my, I've got my hydro, waiting for my smoke. Gonna pop my hydro early. Oh, there he is. I had the sneaking suspicion he was gonna try to push the cap. Stalingrad has terrible close-in dispersion as far as horizontal dispersion, so I just get narrow. If he shoots me, a lot of his shells are going to go on either side of my ship. He's also got slow turret traverse, so his direction here, watch these front guns. They can't track me. He only is able to shoot me with his back guns. That's how you get in there with these cruisers that have poor turret traverse and finish them off. And we turned this game into, well, it started out a 3-on-2. Turns out the two men were able to win the cap and put down 3 enemy ships. This game's going to end shortly. Actually, I think I have a fight here with this Summers a little bit here. But this, unfortunately, is a consequence of the long duration hydro that I like to run on the build. My hydro is going to run out really just when I need it, and it's one of those things. I'm impatient because I know the game is going to end. We're going to win this. I'm not going to wait for my third hydro cycle to come back off cooldown before picking this fight. So at this point, just looking at the mini-map, I know that the Summers is going to be pushing B. I mean, it's just free cap points. And there he is. So I'm just gonna swing around and try to close the door on this guy, and just get whatever sort of damage I can out of it. If I get sunk, I get sunk. But you know, whatever. So only 38 seconds left of hydro. If I had a shorter cooldown on my hydro would already be down and on cooldown. I'd be closer to having it again. Gonna go ahead pre-fire torpedoes based on a route that I suspect this that the Summers will pop up on. And here we go. Summers is a really thin destroyer, so AP is not going to work here. Unfortunately, the Summers is full HP, so even though Summers typically doesn't have a lot of gun DPM. He does have alpha, and I'm low enough HP that he can really hurt me. Like there. And my hydro's down, so unfortunately I can't hydro push him right here. But I'm just gonna keep pushing anyway. I've got torpedoes in 20 seconds. And it's looking like this Summers is circled around, gonna set up in his smoke. So I'm getting in a position to just torp him from just outside of concealment for him. And unfortunately this game ends before I'm able to see a result on that. So Z52 and Hydro. You notice when I got into things, I was using that island to disengage when that Shiflin was pushing in. I was purposely headed back towards the middle of the map, just on the offhand chance if everything went terrible, he didn't eat all of those torpedoes, I would be able to just get out of there and escape, and just run middle and go be useful elsewhere. I see all the time Hydro DDs getting stuck in somewhere, no escape route, and they die cheap and they die dumb, and it really hurts their team. So as always, I will use the I'll link the build that I used in the video description, and I will include an invite to the community Discord, and if you would like to support the channel, a link to my Patreon. Hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.